practically in between from the rest of his team.
Have they spotted him out? You can see he's trying to hold them off from the high ground, and even just a little bit of that R301 spray, enough to give them a little bit of pause. The Valk ult from Synchro Rios is going to mean that they can meet up. So there we go. Split. But, you know,
nonton guys, YouTube guys.
The family
main 5M 500 jam anjing.
And they did get a bit of a glimpse of Barangay Esports as well, who are now going to Valk ult themselves out of dodge. So no opportunity for a fight to take place there. Everyone's just kind of disengaged from each other. Magic Esports now north of Geyser.
Udah banyak banget. Gua juga.
Fragment East.
Yang banyak itu kita online itu waktu itu.
The landing spot of, you know, staging landslide.
Guys, gue lagi ngevlog ya.
Our circles are going to be shifting heavier and heavier towards.
Tapi gue ngevlog Nobar.
Reckless Lads, also one of the teams who had a pretty decent first
Reckless
week.
Lads, let's go.
298 jam.
Side there around Thermal. They're somewhat near MBT Naga. Those guys are probably just going to be duking it out over that choke until they're forced through it, through the meat grinder. Meanwhile, we've actually got BRP in landslide right on top of DML. And as we're having a look, this is a pretty low budget fight here with the triple whites on BRP.
Yeah,
guys need to buy some upgrades, and if they take too long, they're probably gonna have to deal with Inferno as well, who have nipped over from the fragment side of the map.
Well, they're pretty close to a lot of teams. You know, next to them, you have on the eastern side DML, SNG towards the western side, and at this stage, Iraq is even 26 damage away from evolution to a blue shield. So not too bad, but they need to think about how they're gonna start moving around. And this is another crypto team as well. So again, we talked a little bit about the cryptos. They're going to do a bit of scouting, possibly see DML on the other side of landslide, and we'll see if they end up contesting each other, because I don't think landslide is really that big, but there's a lot of cover.
Yeah, you can get up on top, right? The only problem about that high platform is that you know, you have a lot of Valks at the moment. Oh, actually, okay, we've got a fight over here at a Harvester right now. That's going to be 404, one of our teams to watch, and they're taking on Stinky B. It does look like they've managed to get a res there. Both teams just kind of poking from distance right now.
And a disengage. Biggie J got res back in there. We'll be up to mid pack back up to safety as well, back up to full health, and gotta be careful though, potentially into the fray, as you do have Parangai just north of them, over inside the ring to the west as well. So a few of the teams that we did speak about in our scouting report, also some of the quote-unquote favorites in terms of who was good last season, Stinky B, and inside the ring as two of the higher placing teams, all very close by, just west of Harvester.
Yeah, actually, I mean, wow, probably should have brought that up in that discussion about Dreamfire losing Kakol, is that Stinky B lost Roy. And Dreamfire have brought him in actually for this game. I wasn't sure if he was like there's roster swap rules during the week, and I wasn't sure if Roy was going to make the cutoff or not, but he has. So all of a sudden, maybe Roy is that replacement they needed for Dreamfire to really make that push towards the top 5 and have a Chinese representative team at the LAN.
So Stinky B, speaking of them, they had actually Valk ulted all the way down. They got into a little bit of trouble. Past MBT Naga, for the time being. Okay, Barangay Esports are still just hanging out exactly where...
ya?
Apa?
Bus mogok.
Bus mogok.
I'm starting to think back to the earlier games we've had. Currently, you have Powerless inside staging, and we had a particular game where a team was direct...
Apa?
Kalau mau beli repair kit.
Repair kit ke Yutul.
Or maybe Reignite that had this exact same positioning and were able to hold very strongly up until the end.
Yeah, I mean, Lava Fissure isn't going to be that much longer is the only takeaway I can give you there, though, Avril. You can see Jackie's already found that information on the mini-map. You can just sort of see that sneak of green there, which is indicating that the zone is pulling very directly onto staging. So, you know, Powerless, as you said, who have that fantastic spot right there in the middle. Again, not forced to clean those, so... Always. I'm always worried
Kayaknya
about
di
like if you're
apa, di
inside and
SMS.
you're not a caustic
Kenapa?
team, like
SMS aja coba.
I've just
Butuh-
got my heart in my
butuh-
mouth for
butuh
you
supir
pretty
taksi,
much.
Terus lu kasih GPS ya.
And now that's why every team's playing
SMS.
caustic, because you're like, well,
Or
we're
SMS.
inside, but yeah, what do we do? We don't
Di
have it.
SMS
They
ke
do.
Smart Trans kan?
Bit of a
Yeah,
rough
Smart Trans.
time.
Ooh,
Inferno
looks
as
like
well.
Ogre 3 and
Taksi.
Dreamfire are starting that scuffle over at Lava
Taksi.
Fissure. I reckon we'll probably have a winner over
Saya
there
butuh
at the moment.
taksi
Meanwhile,
gitu.
Inferno are peeking
Terus kasih
at
GPS.
someone at range here.
GPS
Can
itu
they
pakai
grab one
kursor
of the
kanan,
kills?
nanti ada
Okay,
send
now we're
GPS
moving
gitu.
over to Lava Fissure where we can
Oke,
see
oke.
that Ogre 3
Ini
had a
tujuannya kemana tadi?
decent start to this fight, but
Yutul.
unfortunately, the back end of it wasn't too great, and Zach is
TOL
just trying to
gitu.
grapple with the
gitu.
rest
Itu mah
of
kasih
this
taunya
now,
nanti
while
aja
two of
kalau
the
udah ketemu
Dreamfire
supirnya
members,
nggak apa-apa.
Roy is fully
Oke.
kitted and ready to go, is about to come here, and you know what, they're even going to go for the res there as they finish that off.
Wow, Ogre 3 are going to be our
Banget
first
lagi
team
ngebis.
eliminated here in game number 1
Nabrak.
of Group C versus D
Taksi
in
emang
week
agak
2.
gampang rusak ya.
And it will be
Dan suka
Dreamfire
nabrak aja.
picking up the KP as well, so there we go. They're on
Kalau
board.
mau bawa ini
So
bawa.
Magic Esport are just over to the east
Nggak,
of
tadi
them
aku
right now,
ditabrak
and they've
sama
spotted
bus lain.
where Dreamfire's drone
ditabrak,
was,
arah.
and that's
Turun
where,
aja.
because they heard the shots, right? So they
Dia lah
pull
pergi.
in, they're like, oh yeah, okay, let's go third party this.
Nggak
And they
boleh.
see Dreamfire's
Ntar
drone,
kalian di
but it's like,
turun aja, suruh
it's like
gantiin.
300 meters away from where Dreamfire is,
Lawan
and they
arah,
thought they
kabur
were
lagi.
camped inside
Iya,
one of
dia
the
lawan
crawlers, but it's actually
Belok kan
tricked
dekat
them for long
Pokoknya
enough
Dia pegawai Atlantik ya.
that Dreamfire are
Udah
able to
nabrak Atlantik,
reset.
rugi dong
So a
Atlantik.
little bit
Belum-
unfortunate
belum
there, a bit of
tidak pernah
bit of
ada.
misdirection.
I mean, they were trying to
Bener-bener
throw in some
Atlantik gitu.
shots. You can see that, you know,
Itu
you
los.
have some
Iya.
snipers on board as well, so Magic Esport, especially onto
Bener-bener
Trixie,
Atlantik
who's
aja.
got himself like a fully kitted out longbow. He's got a gold longbow going for him.
Hanya mid.
Not really heavily committing though, I would say, on Dreamfire. They
Orang
would have to kind
kalau
of dive
nonton
on top of them,
Supercar
kind of
Bloody,
turbo into
orang
them to
Bugatinya aja nggak mau kasih
break those
info-info
kills as both teams
lain
out.
juga.
Parallel
Oke.
going
Iya, nggak
towards
mau
the
kasih
next
info lain,
circle.
mereka nggak mau kasih info.
As we have the advanced circle being
Orang kasih lihat
revealed,
mobil dong,
staging is
kayak
still
gimana.
clean. They might not be parallel versus each other for too long. There are a lot of shots being exchanged.
Ini memang nggak
Yeah,
dibalas
the
sama
two teams
taksinya
have
ya.
made it inside.
Kayaknya emang nggak dibalas deh.
The circle now, still got a little time
Oh,
to
dia,
chill.
dia langsung ke sini.
Iya, biasanya langsung ke situ.
Couple of minutes just to
Kalau ini apa yang
get
di,
the lay of the
di
land. That
atas itu
said,
ada
it is
taksi.
Dreamfire.
Kapan nih
Mas
Atlantiknya
Kabar.
datang nih? Nggak
They
sabar
are a
nih.
team who likes to,
Lost color. Oh
make
ya.
their mark on the game,
Apa sih Atlantik itu apa?
Bugatti.
make the death boxes
The Lost
blossom
Bugatti.
around them like flowers. So
Well,
Magic
it's a good start for
Esports.
them, Ben.
Botnya gitu.
You took out Ogre 3, so, you know,
Yeah,
we'll tick
yeah.
that one off the box. You
Sama Kevin?
kind of achieved that goal a little bit
Request.
there.
Yeah,
They seem to be
request.
quite interested in Magic Esport. They know Magic Esport are kind of behind them. As I said,
Kok mau
Magic
request
Esport
juga
do
bisa,
have the
Kevin?
snipers out ready. They have that long range advantage in
Tapi
some
bayarnya
regards.
berapa?
And
Bayarnya
as
kalau
Circle
normalnya
closes in, if you're
900 kayaknya.
Dreamfire, you know that you can probably gatekeep here because Magic
900,000.
Esport are going to have
Iya,
to move into
dia
you
nanti
eventually.
speednya
Yeah,
mentok
because at the
biasanya,
start they were
tergantung
sort of
mobilnya.
on both sides of the circles, but somehow Dreamfire completely
Kalau
outpositioned
si
them to
Ece
be
kan
in
dia
the crawler
soalnya
that
ini,
Magic Esports
satu-satunya di
originally
kota sama
thought
request
they were
handling.
sitting in. So it's
Jadi emang mahal.
Iya.
it's kind of been a self-fulfilling prophecy there. They, you know, I guess they had the drone there. They
Kalau ada
knew that
orang
no one
lain
else
yang
was in the
mau beli
crawler, so they
sama
had that
kayak punya dia
information
gimana itu?
very
Nggak boleh,
early
nggak ada. Itu
on.
nggak dijual emang.
And as you can
Nggak
see
ada
there,
nggak ada di
with the
ini,
fire
orang
coming out
daftar.
from
Request
Magic
juga
at the
jadinya.
North, Dreamfire in a very good position. You can see
Kalau
also
kalaupun
in
emang
that
dia donat kayak
great
Ece,
third
mobilnya
person
nggak boleh
shot
sama.
he's got, there's not a lot of other teams
Iya.
around them. So Dreamfire actually
Benar-benar dia
have
doang
a
yang
bit
punya
of,
satu
space to work
begini
with here.
satu
That
ini.
said, we've got some other teams
Satu orang,
halting
Andre.
down the south
Itu yang bikin
of
mahal
the
tuh.
map as well, and I imagine there's probably going to be some fighting
Jadi kalau orang
in the place.
udah
Oh
mau
yeah, looks like.
berarti
Here we go.
nggak boleh gitu.
Yeah, domes
Nggak
come
boleh.
down. By the way, defensive bombardement's already been
Kalau ada
used
orang
just to stop Dreamfire from walking
Mau
out
beli
of that's
tikus
the
kayak gitu,
harvester over
ternyata
there.
udah punya Ece, nggak boleh.
Right now, seems like pretty good HP for
Free
Dreamfire.
Fire jago sih emang tim
A
Cina.
lot of gas being dropped in, and I mean, they just kind of cleaned up straight away. As Dreamfire have eliminated another squad. Monkeys, though, potentially looking to third party. They've flown overhead. They're going to land on top of potentially train track. Dreamfire have to be careful about that because now they're in between two teams, one very close by, though. Due to due diligence, it was maybe looking like Jackie One was looking for the drone spot. Don't know if they got that info, though. They do know a team did fly over them.
Oh, this is going to be a brutal circle. You know what? I'll save it for. Hopefully, we get some circle vision to show you guys exactly where this next one is going. This is definitely a new season pool as far as I'm concerned. It's going to be a real fun one. But while we wait for that to come up, we've got Monkeys here. We saw them Valk ult over the top of Dreamfire just before, and as you can see, they're taking a lot of damage from both BRP, who moved in from Landslide,
Halo?
as well
Nggak
as
juga,
Dreamfire,
kenapa
who,
anjir?
you know,
Apa?
on top of their
Tiba-tiba gua
their
jadi
2
budak.
squad wipes already, are looking for a third here already in game 1.
And Jubjibeb is under a bit of fire here. He's been kind of caught out as a lone member. Dreamfire, you said that they're hungry for kills, they're hungry for damage. Ems
Yutur itu
putting
di
some
map
fan
mana yang
damage as
mana
well.
ya gambarnya?
They may be able to catch them. Just one knock would do
kayak
so
toko, cuman
much,
dia
and
warna
they forced the
biru.
dome yet again. And at this point, Monkeys perhaps
aja
still
apa,
regretting
ke-
valking in because they're like, okay, we got into a position where we're looking for third party, and now we're getting clapped.
Ya.
Roy, the 4 times there
Nggak
on
terlalu
the...
jauh dari aku sebenarnya.
just can't find the recoil really with his flat line there,
Kalau
but
di
either way
taksi,
they've
ini
definitely
aja,
chased
taksi, seperti
Monkeys all the
insting bawa
way
itu
out,
aja.
and there we go. There's that first knock you talked about. Oh my!
Atau kelari aja kayaknya ke
3
sana ya.
knocks in the space of about 1 second.
RL.
Avril
babi
means
bu-
they are
Who's doing
done
that?
and dusted. Wiz are coming round behind. They've actually jumped on the high ground behind Dreamfire.
Kenapa?
Kayaknya bakal ada perpecahan tim.
Looking for
Nggak, kalau-
more
nggak,
from.
namanya gua ngasih
I've been
tahu lu.
taken out over at Landslide
pecahan tim
by
tadi.
DML.
Kayaknya
So they
soalnya
pushed
gak kobar
BRP
sama
out and
Rel
then
ada
held their
apa,
ground.
ada apa,
Apa?
bukan masalah gitu, perdebatan gitulah, nggak tahu.
Oh,
Terus
iya.
sampai gak kobarnya dia nge-leave DC-nya.
Oh iya, berantem.
Nggak tahu kenapa.
Or
Iya, kayaknya
wipe
ya
or something,
gara-gara
Roy.
nggak
Tapi
ngikutin gitu
sebenarnya-
lah.
the player
sebenarnya
we were hoping would take over
Perdebatan
that
tim itu
mantle of
ini sih
Kupol
apa hal
as,
biasa sih.
well, he's a Taiwanese player,
Harusnya
not a
kalau udah
Chinese
teaming itu
player, but
harusnya
he's
udah
on
nggak
this,
baperan gitu.
primarily Chinese
Nggak tahu
team.
dia
Tapi-
sampai keluar
tapi-
Discord.
Mereka kan emang anak-anak ini ya, maksudnya
How to get
umurnya
it
kan
done
emang masih
here in
muda.
match
Kecuali
one.
kalau coba
What a
coba paling tua ya.
stomp for Dreamfire at
Gak
the
kobar
start.
paling tua.
And also,
Dua-dua
Jim,
ya?
not only that,
Kalau
but look at the
nggak salah.
circle
Nggak tahu
position
gue.
that's just
Tapi
landed
Rel
Pokoknya dia-
directly on
di
top
atas
of us
20.
as well,
itu
so
dia masih
Iya, masih
we
muda.
kind of
dia
had
itu.
some perfect positioning in
Tapi kalau
great
mereka
damage
udah
being
lama
done.
nge-team ya,
Roy's
harusnya
not
mereka
done
ngerti
yet. I
kok.
mean, these
Soal
guys,
ego
you've
tuh
got
harusnya udah
the
ngerti.
gold shield. Ems is already onto one
Muda
red. They've done so
mereka
much
kan
damage. They
daripada
knocked
gua,
out
apa
like
mudahan
4 squads.
masih ya.
2 of which Valk
Sama
in on
kayaknya
top
kalau
of it,
yang
by the
sama
way.
Rela
Like,
main
hey,
itu.
we should probably play this. Oh no, that's actually Dreamfire.
Berapa?
They've been
17.
shitted. Too late now. You've
17.
committed.
Iya sama kayaknya.
And on top of that, then
Kayaknya
they
si
get a circle as well. Like this game
Juannya
cannot
yang
be
Illusius
done
kayaknya
better. I'd be
18 deh.
very interested to see what the KP is after this game.
Yang paling muda sih Rela itu.
Gue
Yeah,
datang-datang
look,
Discord
it's
mereka
already up
dikira
at
gue 30-an
around-
suaranya, mantap kan.
Oh, yeah, they're up at 9.
Oh, suara
The
lu-
next squad is Stinky B with 3
Biasa.
Kadang
umur
shots
sih.
and
Iya,
Dreamfire
umur, tapi
off
kadang
to an
kalau
absolute
kadang
belter here.
kalau masuk
Okay, this is
Discord
that
orang
circle
gitu
I was
kadang
talking about,
emang
Avril.
gua
You can
suaranya
see
nggak kayak
that,
Tapi kayaknya
what's
mereka
that?
nggak
Say
ini ya. Gue sebelum ngomong ke mereka,
75%
gue
of the
pengennya
teams
mereka
are
fokus
nowhere
ALGS
near,
dulu. Nanti gue ngomongin yang
finding a
soal
safe
itu.
Ngomongin dah
space
daripada
within that
nanti.
circle
Iya,
currently,
makanya.
and
Ya,
they've got
Paling
30
setelah week 2 ini gue
left
ngomongin.
to do so. SNG, reckless lads, we are good gamers. You can
Soalnya,
see inside the
ya,
ring sort of making their way there now,
Vincent,
but
soalnya ya
there's just
itu
so
si
many
Sky
teams
pakai
that are
duit.
about to get
Iya.
lit up.
Cuman
Most likely by
si
Team
mereka
Burger,
kan
who
gua
of course have
gua
found
jadiin
themselves
jersey
right
kan
in the
ya.
middle of that squad as
Buat
we swap onto them, and
buat
you can
Rolig
just see
Week 2 kan yang
they're in the most
mereka
fantastic
Ya.
spot
minta.
here
Jadi
with
kemungkinan ditolak, tapi nggak tahu ya.
plenty of time.
Ya, lihat aja dulu
I have to
nanti.
see how many teams got the Valk ults available to
Soalnya ya
get
kalau
themselves
mau
off
ngomong
the backs of Team
ya
Burger,
mungkin
but
dikasih
let's
gaji
go
ya,
ahead
mungkin
and
di sana
listen to
udah
what
dikasih
Team Burger
gaji.
doing.
Kan kalau mereka mau stick buat masa depan udah pasti DRL lebih cerah.
Just chill.
Ya,
This guy, these guys are.
I'm watching behind. I'm watching behind
Nah,
here.
kalau
I need to go to kill.
nama mereka di
Iya.
di sini.
Tapi kan RL kan udah orang-orang udah
Ya,
tahu.
Kill 3.
Nice,
Kalau
nice, nice.
kalau
Destroy
mereka
Pricey.
juara-juara ya bisa kayak
I'm
gitu,
kinda
bisa
with you.
kayak model
Left side,
NXL
left
Wolf.
side. Pricey, I'm gonna dunk. Like, I'm diving Pricey.
Killed him.
Karena gue juga orang-orang ini kan
Nice,
gue kenal orang-orang
Chill,
ini.
Shaki, chill, chill.
Jadi kalau
Three,
mau
here.
kalau mau
Iya.
sponsor lebih gampang.
Back corner, back corner. Chill, chill, Shaki.
Sky itu
I don't
ini
know where
lah
it is. I don't know where the
tukang
backup went.
endok.
Over
Iya.
here, over here.
Underneath,
Lu
underneath.
kalau lihat turnamen
Clean
ALGS
fight,
yang
clean
kemarin
fight in the
juga
tube.
ya.
Yeah, yeah,
Makanya.
good.
Cari
Get in,
gimana
get in,
freshman
get in.
di
Gue
atas
pas liat
skillnya.
gue pas liat mereka
Get
mainnya
kills. I've got 2 kills.
kok nggak kayak nggak sesuai nama RL gitu ya. Gue jadi
I
agak
should get
kurang
more.
suka gue.
Honestly, just reset.
Kurang agresif mainnya ya. Malah pasif
Pak.
ya. Malah pasif.
I don't know what's pricing ammo. 30 flash him on.
Dia kalau maksudnya kalau Sky-nya sendiri ya pas
So,
banget mainnya.
Not a lot of
Playing on the
strategy
shoot.
there, Avril.
Started
Honestly,
playing
just
on
being
the
like,
shoot.
we're in the
Started
perfect
playing.
position.
I got
another kill.
I'll just take all the KP things.
Jepang kan
Pricey just
Yeah.
decimating people,
Jepang ya.
including his old teammate Raki there. So a little bit of revenge.
And you know, just
I'm-
slipping
my
damage
name
over from
is-
the
yeah,
original
agak pas.
BRP. DML's
Agak
coming
sih,
from
pas
behind
ya.
them now. Suddenly, it's Stinky B that it's going to be in trouble. They have taken
Mana?
so much damage. Really close
Jadi
by
Mega
to
Mall
Team
kan?
Burger. On screen
Iya,
currently
Mega
is
Mall.
SNG who are down.
Dulu
just the
namanya
two
Mega
members
Mall,
after losing
sekarang
Skirt.
jadinya
Iya.
YouTube.
Yeah,
See
they
if their
sesuaiin
position can
sama
improve
itunya.
as well as the next circle does
Roy
reveal
Masuknya di
itself, and
mana?
it's kind of shifted south
Dia di
from
pintu.
where Dreamfire
Nanti
were.
pintu
Yep,
Coba dicek
weird.
itu saat apa
Like,
itu
honestly, a kind of
satu cek.
a pretty weird circle.
Ada
here.
di
tempat
Dreamfire, they're in a great
Yang
spot.
ketiga
though.
dari
They've
kiri
got-
kalau nggak
they've got
salah.
front of the
Oh iya,
land.
ini ada nih.
You
Ada kan?
can see them
Ada.
firing away over at Reflex from MBT Naga.
Ini
who
lagi
is
ini ya,
currently
lagi
a
metanya
solo,
pakai kripto ya.
and he's not
Nggak
going to
tahu,
get
bingung
anywhere.
gua,
He's
bingung
got
juga gua.
BRP
Banyak banget
or
pakai kripto
Dreamfire
juga
to
sekarang.
go through. One of those two, I am almost certain.
Tapi
Will be
kripto nggak
picking
ada
up
apa-apa
that
ya gitu
KP.
aja
Meanwhile,
sebenarnya.
Dreamfire will
Ya
just
cuman emang
happily
kalau
move into
kalau
probably
ini
the
ya
low
buat
ground,
nge-push
but
kan
at least
pas
still
ada ulti mantap banget itu tapi.
within the circle. You got to remember they've got that
Kalau kena
scouting
kan
drone
berarti
as
semuanya
well. They
pecah ya
can
ininya.
use that to push
Nggak
ahead of
pecah,
them,
dua
Tengah.
bar.
trying to work out
Oh, dua
what's safe,
bar.
what's not, who's
Dua
going to
bar
have the
shield.
angles
Ya
on them.
setengah pokoknya
As
setengah lah
Burger,
kalau ungu.
despite picking up a couple of kills,
Lumayan sih kalau buat
are
buat
looking a
mau
little bit
nge-push.
dicey now. They've got teams on all sides of them,
Apalagi
and
mereka-
they're going to have to
apa,
play
apalagi
this
ke-detect
very
juga.
smartly if they want to come out of this
Sekarang lagi
with their
meta-metanya
heads still
tuh
on their necks.
kripto,
Exactly, but they
Valkyrie,
do
sama
have
ini siapa
Circle
yang asap
currently.
Caustic.
caustic.
Does draw a lot of attention though. BRP,
Di
the
meta
team that were
banget.
initially in a bit of a battle with, are now coming down from the north again
Iya,
after
jadinya
healing up.
mainnya
BRP
main
have been allowed to
Iya.
sort of, resuscitate, you get the health back into play.
Man,
It's a
look at
bombardment could be
this.
coming down. There's like 5 teams all together on that eastern side, on top of Burger.
Yeah, just layer upon layer of
banget,
carnage
anjir.
here around staging.
Apanya?
Stinky B is in the middle of this. They're trying to work out who's below them, if they've got any solos, any, just morsels that they can pick off as they have to use the dome as they go down lower. 7 squads left, of course. Dreamfire are one of those on the left side who are now taking it to SNG, who have a sliver of health
they're weak.
left. I'm sure we'll get to them soon, but Stinky B, in the meantime, do look to have won their battle on the right side.
Yeah, and it does look like Dreamfire have got another cleanup. That's about, 5 squads they've eliminated now.
Oh my...
So,
17 kills so far, Avril.
yep, well, that's the thing. We had 14 in our first 6 games in terms of the record being set by either team, but Dreamfire have eliminated themselves 5 squads, so 17 kills overall. It's absolutely disgusting. BRP was pretty close by. They're saying, I want none of that. They've moved down now. Still contesting Team Burger, who are still in this, by the way. Taking a bit of damage, but really we're looking at Dreamfire's team that is most likely going to be in a top position. 4 squads remaining, and Burger are still in a ton of trouble because there's 2 other teams right on top of them.
Yeah, I mean, nice little scouts there. So not only do they have the,
Buset,
the
11 kill,
drone
anjir.
there, but we see Roy using into the
Rate-nya.
void. Just because you can still
Diri.
see the silhouettes during there. He can pop out
Roy's
safely
going in.
from behind the void with that. Now, Team Burger, they have the high ground, of course, staying in that caravan for quite some time to see if they can push their way
Pasti
through
anak
this.
stick nih.
It's going to be BRP, the other Australian team, to contest them, and they just barely pull out the win. Pricey and
mana
Sharky
bisa.
staying up. Will they be able to get MT back in time? I think they have the space, but
Mukhang mati.
on the low ground,
Wah, yang
Fire,
menang
they've used
Dreamfire
their bubble
tuh.
up, try and get past this defensive bombardment, and now
Burger in
they've
trouble.
just got a deal between that and Reckless Lads, Stinky B, who are still in this.
Yeah, Team Burger are almost, they were down to 1 member. It was just Pricey. They'll get a res back in, so maybe they can still play in this one. Dreamfire looking really healthy right now. Stinky B, slightly less healthy. Zowo just takes a lot of heat in response. Roy's done so much here. I mean, Roy has just been such a fragger. I mean, we got to get a stat on this guy because Dreamfire and especially Roy have lit up that kill feed. Team Burger now still trying to recover Sharky's, but dropped down to Flesh as well. Still got 3 teams remaining. In the ring, it's closing down fast. Team Burger looking for any sort of opportunity. Getting Owo down there.
Gila,
Let's make
chaos,
this
boys.
competitive. How many teams we got left? There's still 3 in there somehow. Just the 2 and Dreamfire from the western side. They started with 5 squads eliminated. They must be ending this one with something like 8 squads done. More than 17 kills. I'm pretty sure, Genome, that Dreamfire have over 20 KP in this game.
Oh, it looked like it there at the end, Avril. It was pretty close. They finished up on 19. But you chuck the win on top of that, and that's 31 points.
Sheesh! Oh
Anak
my
sini juga boleh
god!
tuh teman-temannya.
Damn, dude. I can't believe that.
Dreamfire.
Dreamfire.
We called them out, right? We were like, come on, man, these guys, they have to nut up if they really want to get through and do better than their week 1
Almi ini
performance.
kalau mau ikut tuh.
They had the addition of Roy.
Liburan kan?
We saw him go from
jadi,
Stinky
tadi
B,
katanya
which
kan
turned into
nggak ikut.
K7
Kalau
Esports,
mau
you
ikut,
might remember
Tahu
from
kalau mau ikut
Champs.
ikut aja.
And then
gue nggak pernah.
he
Gue
went
nggak ngerti
over
di mana harus
to
ngapain.
it was
Nanti bisa
Rage.
ikut-ikut
He was
orang kalau
on,
kita
I
nggak
think,
ada.
for
Tapi
week
kalau
one,
kita ikut ya
actually.
ikut
But
kita
now we
aja.
see him on Dreamfire, and my
boleh,
lord,
boleh.
has that
Siap,
been an
siap.
impactful
Di kode
change?
berapa itu
Because
peluruan?
Nanti
yeah, I
nanti
mean,
polisinya
how many of
ini
those
apa
killed
muter
Roy's? I'm sure
dari
we might
Lokaran
find out
sampai
that,
ke military base.
a bit later. But
Muter
damn,
gitu.
dude, this team
Nah,
is
terus
looking
Indonesia peleburan tuh
cracked.
ngapain sih, Om?
We gotta get a
19
Itu
Roy.
kayak
kills.
event dari
We gotta get a Roy
polisi
versus
gitu. Jadi
that sort of Sama graphic at the end
dia
of the
kan
day, just see, you know,
ini ada
how
mobil
the
gedenya tuh
best
buat
of A
dileburin
versus
itu
B
isinya
in L6
senjata-senjata
lobbies
bad set
versus
gitu
now
lah.
C versus D. Not gonna get too
Ya,
far ahead of
jadi
myself.
kita
I've still got 5 more
misi
games
kita
to
itu
play through,
buat
but I'm so impressed out
nantiin
of the gate
polisi
from
buat
game
ngeleburin
1. It's
senjata
not
itu.
like they were quiet.
Nah,
It's
kita
not
nanti
like they
dapat
just played for
resource.
placement. They were hungry from frags
Oh,
off
nah,
the
dapetnya
get-go.
dari
We
mana?
had
Tahu
cameras,
kita dapat
our
dari mana?
obs
Dari mobilnya
directly
itu.
onto Dreamfire.
Intinya
They
harus
were
kita
going for the
berhentiin gitu
frags,
mobilnya.
squad
Intinya
after
ya,
squad
intinya
after
polisinya harus
squad.
kita habisin.
Like in a meat
Kita,
grind
iya,
almost.
nge-wipe
I'm even a
semuanya.
little bit confused. I think every single
Oh,
squad
nah
that
itu
valved into them
kan
was
banyak
thinking, oh
gengnya,
yeah,
Om.
this is a great
Semua
timing for
geng
us.
ikut
Maybe
atau
we'll
ada
catch Dreamfire
maksimum?
when they're still healing
Semua,
up and they could be a bit
Orang
low
bisa
by the
ikut,
time.
nggak- yang nggak
That's
punya
just
geng juga bisa
never
ikut.
the case. Dreamfire were ready to fight every single time, and they won all of those fights as
Event
well.
gitulah.
Yeah, I think the Valking teams that were coming across saw
Okay,
that there
okay,
was quite a bit of
Siap.
space around
Thank you, Om.
Dreamfire because,
Gua balik
you know,
ke
Dreamfire
sebelah dulu.
killed all of the squads that were
Yeah.
next to him. So they saw that space and were like, oh yeah, we can go occupy that, right? So I think it was less trying to like take on Dreamfire and more being like, oh yeah, we got some space over here. Little did they know, you know, because you're up there in the sky, right? And they couldn't see the tombstones. That was the problem, Al. They couldn't see
Right,
the
yeah.
tombstones just littering the
Okay.
ground next to Dreamfire. And as soon as they got there, they joined them in the graveyard. So
Like a
man,
conveyor belt of
19
death.
kills. It's just a stellar start there from Dreamstar.
Right, we'll get an update on how the points and the scores and everything lines up after we take a bit of a short break, but that is going to be game 1 done and dusted for Group C versus Group D. Still 5 more to go, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you right after this.
Mana standingnya nih? Itu Dreamfire 31 poin. 2 tim burger. Guys, Stinky. F, Demek, Roy. Basket tim Dreamfire. Gila. Kalau Demek ini lebih gratis. Kamu bilang shit. Tim Aussie tuh kuat ya.
Tim Asia jago-jago. Ada yang jago.
Iya.
Ken Burton.
Ya Game Burton. Tadi nomor 1 ya mereka.
Kasihan sih tuh Ken Burton di Aussie tapi mana? Aussie nggak ada apa-apa.
Iya. Tapi tim e-sportnya banyak aktif.
Tapi mereka e-sportnya ya paling terjauh dari apapun anjir.
Iya.
Di Aussie nggak bisa. Apa di Amerika nggak bisa. Di Asia pun pasti nggak bisa. Nggak delay juga kan. Pencil sendiri aja.
Orang Asia mainnya kayak ini. Asia.
Asia ya di Asia. Kalau Australia itu OTK.
Enggak, maksudnya biasanya kalau main ini ya. Main pubnya.
Oh, pub ya. Iya. Mereka di situ pub pun nggak ada yang main, Tio.
Iya, makanya.
Apex.
Makanya harus ke Asia kan?
Iya, harus ke SG. Sedih.
Rank 8 era 4 bet lah. Tadi anak-anak ke ini ke spotlight, saya ke slide salah satu katanya one of the most consistent. Ayan lah.
Konsisten mereka itu.
Walaupun kadang-kadang kill-nya nggak gitu banyak, tapi mereka konsisten buat cari placementnya. Dreamfire gila sih, gila banget nih. Mau jago Dreamfire mah. Dari precision mereka dominating emang.
Nggak tahu tuh.
Fire tim Cina. Berarti
Welcome back once again to
Team Aussie,
ALGS
ada apa? Ada
APAC
Team
South
Burger,
Week
ada
2 here, locking in with Group C and Group
Relegation
D. We just
South.
finished off our first game, and it was utter domination coming through
Gen
from
Bur- Gen
Dreamfire. We're
Burton.
going to take a look at how all the placements went, Genome,
Gen
but really, I think it's just like the kill feed of Dreamfire. You just get to see all the other 19 teams kind of feed into the conveyor belt of death for Dreamfire.
That's right. Just mulching through those teams. I mean, yeah, what was that? The first 2, maybe even 3 there, I think, all went
Oh my
the
God,
way
those
of
four.
Dreamfire, and then obviously a couple at the end, and they're the important ones that
Ogre
not
3
only
ring
chuck
20
to
aja.
those 19 kill
Main-
points
main
that they
9 menit
got,
doang dia
but
di lobby.
also feeds them the 12
Ogre 3 yang
placement points.
precision
So,
pertama
you know,
mereka juara.
30 points a game. Like
Pas
we
masuk
thought,
ininya mereka kurang.
reignite.
three.
Yeah, pas masuk pro-
117
pas
points in
masuk
week
Pro League
1 was a crazy
Oh.
score. If Dreamfire have a night like this, I don't know, man. Maybe that record is on the chopping block. Because as you can see, that is just a nut
Ogre
start.
3.
Like
Orang
Team
mana ya?
Burger with
Orang Aussie
10
ada
KP. Stinky B, wow.
campur.
10 KP as well. Okay, so bringing up, rounding out the top 3. Then that is some that's some statement games from those top 3 games.
That's the
teams
thing,
there.
like, you look at Burger and Stinky B, you still say they had good games,
Yep.
second place, third place here.
Yeah,
KP's
Dreamfire.
reasonable. What's unreasonable is Dreamfire in first place with 19 kills, of which Roy got 12 of. And I'm sitting in the lobby here, and Zach Roffel from Ogre 3 is like, Roy, question mark? Why didn't you drop 20, humble? Is basically what he said. Is like, just too humble to drop 20 frags, I think. But
Malam
Dreamfire
sih.
on 31
Kurang tahu
points.
jam
To put
berapa.
that into
Jam berapa?
context, Genome,
Jam berapa,
we
Tio?
looked
Kelebaran,
at
Tio?
our starting 6 games. We had Group A versus
Hello?
Group B in their standings. EXO, who finished
Kenapa?
first
Yeah.
place,
Kevin?
finished in 67 points. That's first place.
Kenapa Kevin?
Dreamfire, after
Kelebaran
one
jam berapa ya?
game, are
Jam
nearly
10
at 50%
biasanya.
of that.
10 sampai
Gimana?
11 mulai.
Yeah,
Gimana tuh?
I mean, you know,
Maksudnya?
Roy by
Apa?
himself
Maksudnya apa?
picking up 12
Oh,
kills.
udah. Terus ke pick pen di atas.
Got more kills
Sandy share.
team in the lobby.
enggak ada.
Avril.
That's true.
Ah,
That's
habis
I mean, I call
Itu kan dari
we talk about
federal,
one-man armies
Habis
in
itu
the first series,
processing.
but
Habis
Roy,
itu ke farm
Federal
market.
sampai
I think he's the one
military.
we should be applying that
Okay.
title to.
I mean,
Jam berapa?
right now, yeah, I mean, it's ever evolving.
10
Like I
sampai
said,
jam
at
11.
the end of the day, you're going to need to see a sort of
Ada yang
Summer
nanyain.
versus Roy kind of graphic just to
Ngebus
see
mana.
where our top 2 fraggers from the days kind of line up here.
Yeah.
Obviously, still room for other teams to
Terus
catch up
tahu
here.
di sini.
5 more games to go, right? So,
Yeah, wait a second. Sorry, didn't Natsuru Sama have 14 kills at the end of the day or something?
what total?
I think that
Was
might
that
have
the
been
total?
the
Was
stat.
that the total number of kills?
Yeah,
If it is, Roy just caught up. It's only down by 2 after one game.
in
So
game
Netsuru
one.
Kama got 14 kills over all
Kevin
6 games.
Walker.
So
of
yeah,
which his team,
Oh.
what was the total score frags for Ath again? They ended on, I believe it was 24. If my memory's correct, they ended on 24, and Asura Summer was 14 out of that.
Yeah.
So you have 19 being dropped total by Dreamfire now, of which 12 is coming from Roy. So we're about to shatter some records.
Lu
today.
liat streamnya.
Damn, I mean, in one game,
Astaga.
Dreamfire have put themselves so
Let's
far
stream just
ahead
that, yeah.
of the lobby. That's kind of crazy,
Ada
actually. I mean,
4 cewek pakai
Burger,
bikini
Burger,
naik sepeda
absolutely.
di PDM.
You know, trying to keep pace with them. And Burger are consistent, man. Burger are consistent as hell. Okay, so like,
I'm gonna tell you, that's a load-bearing trying you put in that sentence.
yeah, fair.
Oh,
But
God.
look, man, 5 games left. All right, 5 games left.
Absolutely,
We're not
absolutely.
writing anybody off yet. One amazing game does not a series make.
No.
So Dreamfire still gotta be pulling out the dubs here if they want to continue this on. But it's a head start, that's for sure.
I tell you what, Gino, the end of the day is either going to be a conversation about, like, wow, Dreamfire, they just dominated straight from start to finish, or it's going to be like, what happened to Dreamfire? I mean, they started so strong, and then they kind of fell off towards the end. Like, what happened? You know, it's only an A or B outcome here for this type of team. They kind of put a target on their back now. Burger,
Yes.
even coming second. Like, you're right, you can't discount Burger. They still finish really strong. Plenty of kills in there. Second place, 10 KP. Stinky B also in 10 KP. I mean, these are teams that you see a bit more consistency over the course of the day, which Burger showed last week. How many games did Burger win again? Won like 3 games, something? Is that correct?
There was a couple in there.
It was a lot. I remember it being
Yeah, it was
quite
3
a fair
games.
amount.
They won 3 and came second in another.
Exactly. So consistency, Gino, is what I'm talking about here. You win the one game, give you a bit of a golf clap for that one, and, you know, maybe secretly behind the back, I'm like, oh, that was good from Dreamfire, but it's about what the rest of the 5 now is really out for. So can Roy kind of keep up this heat so far, because he's really bringing some fire onto the server, or we're going to see the other teams coming in? I'm especially interested to see teams like Ogre 3, because we talked about them in the scouting report, and they went out first. So a team that did well last week, which I'm sure they can be much better than this. In fact, we've seen them be much better than this, just not in the first game.
I mean, you talked about Dreamfire painting a target on their back, Avril, and, you know, just as we get into game, you know, you got to remember, you can see the kill feed in these games, right? It's, you know, it's something that's been discussed about, you know, potentially that should be removed from tournaments and the
Itu ada
ALGS
Sonya
circuit.
juga.
But for the moment, you can.
Astaga.
That means anytime
Ada
anyone
Sonya.
sees Dreamfire come
Astaga,
up in the
stream
kill
macam
feed
apa
now,
nih?
they're going to be wondering, is this an opportunity to third party? Should we get in there? And you know,
Streamnya
start
gini
knocking
sih,
him down a bit?
Guys. Event apa
Or the
ini?
opposite, Gino, where like the
Apa
Valve
sih?
team's
Kenapa?
going in, it's like, maybe we shouldn't do that. I might just think
Lu
twice
lihat
about that one and
streamnya
stay
si
where
Jess.
I am, because probably safer on this side of the map. But a brand new day and a brand new game for you know, our teams to get an opportunity to tank Dreamfire down, catch up. 31 points is a lot, but as you said, one game does not make for a team to win the entire day. Game 2 now will be on your screens as we head back to World's
Streaming
Edge.
di Jess di YouTube.
Ooh,
Tulisannya apa?
interesting.
Fisika-mania.
Circle. Dropship.
Di ini di share
And they
di ini
tightened
kok
up
di RLGS.
the possible
cewek
angles
semua
that
nih.
the dropships
Cewek
come
semua nggak
in
pakai
a couple of
baju.
months back. And I'd say this is actually probably one of the most extreme
Ada Sonya juga itu,
you
guys.
know, Western dropships you could get. So a team that's going over towards, you know, Dome or Lava City, Overlook even.
Kemana RL?
Yeah, they're struggling.
Sonya?
Man. Like that is a long
Did you make it
trip.
that far?
That's like
you got to drop.
all these teams that have to, you know, fly over to Australia. Like they know what they're talking about right now.
I mean, as someone that flew over to Australia, I mean, I can relate, but
Bikin big kayaknya juga Australia.
Maybe
Kalau
yeah,
tahu.
can they get
Banyak
far
tim
enough?
Aussie-nya
It does
anjir.
seem like
Apa
they
maksud?
will. So you get teams like Magic Esports still just
Ya,
kind of barely landing.
Tapi Aus-
MDY below them in last
Aussie kayaknya emang rame deh, kayak Apex and Bosix itu rame deh mereka.
They made it.
Rame.
Stinky B, obviously,
Kompetitifnya
they're
banyak
safe as
yang
well.
Iya,
dapat
kompetitifnya.
kuliah. Kalau main
Kalau
casual
PUBG-nya
gitu,
nggak
dikit.
ada.
Yeah, and look, yeah,
Bingung
again,
ya,
that's,
padahal
you know,
tim
probably goes
orang yang
back
jagonya
to
banyak.
that one. That change has made,
Tapi yang main PUBG
situations
sedikit.
where you know, have to take, like,
Yang Bosix kan juga nggak dapet kan itu,
to get
apa?
to the dome or
Ranked di
something,
situ.
Ngerank,
you know,
ya,
rare,
jarang
right?
Iya, makanya
Extinct.
anak-anak fanatik ke saya mulu. Kalau main pingin 100, 90.
That said, you know, they've been
Udah jago,
for,
pingin
you know,
gede
probably
lagi.
less than a lot of
Ngeselin
these
anjir.
other teams have, and
Astaga,
oh man,
nggak kasih.
as they scan the ring, and we talk about a disadvantage.
Yeah, right.
It's one long trip to get over there to the dome, and they've got the return trip to come, Avril, because they're going all the way up top, probably north of Survey Camp, I would say.
Itu
A lot of these
adminnya ada yang
new
nonton
zones
nih,
do end
ada
up on
yang
that like
cek-cek game.
bridge that's above Survey Camp, and you see some really fun.
Gimana
some
guys,
fun
GTA 5 kok ampas
I
ya?
did get a glimpse
Jelek.
of that sort
Iya,
of
ampas banget,
sort of
anjir.
revealed circle
Kira-kira
as
bakal
well,
wah,
and
anjir.
it's pretty much
Lu tau Gus
directly
harga
on
berapa,
top
Gus?
of two squads,
Berapa?
DML and
800.000.
Inferno, roughly around, like I said, Survey Camp.
Mantap.
It's a long trek for our team
Sumpah
from
jelek
the
banget
south,
grafiknya aja, gue
those teams are pretty
ekspektasi
happy
gue
right
tuh
now. I don't know if they've
GTA
scanned
dengan
themselves,
grafik
they might
RDR ya,
not
kan
officially
gila tuh ya.
know. And even beyond that as well,
Anjir.
DML
Masa
are
RDR lah,
officially
at
moving
least
down into
GTA.
Monkeys, we're looking
Iya,
at
at least
BRP,
GTA 5 lah ya.
Acclimatize, or Epicenter
Walaupun
rather.
grafiknya cuma naik dikit, tapi tetap
And
aja
I think
detailnya
these are all
detailnya
teams
ampas
that are
banget.
currently safe.
Ini apa?
Yep.
Lebih bagus di mod.
Safely
Iya.
ensconced in that northern part of the map. You're seeing, actually some prep from some of those teams on the southern circle, just making sure they've got enough meds to get them through there should they struggle to make it into that zone. If someone's going to try and gatekeep them, something like that.
Bunny
BRP,
hop.
in the meantime, they're actually going to hop across the lava. I think they might have been taking some fire potentially from Inferno, who are right on the epicenter. Ogre 3 as well up there, going to be looking at BRP now, actually having to use the bubble. They've forced that out.
In a weird spot, they're kind of just on this bridge right now, and in a bit of a firefight versus Ogre 3. Just on the other side, it seems like Ogre 3 maybe not really interested. Zach Ruffle took a lot of damage, actually. Lucky shield swap onto a purple, so that's a free upgrade. Interesting thing as well, a little bit further off screen, is Lightning Unicorn kind of vouched in from a wee while when they claimed Survey Camp for free, and that used to be the position of DML, who vacated Survey Camp, and maybe DML didn't know the advanced positioning for the next ring, because if they did, perhaps they would have just stayed in Survey.
Ini kalau nggak
Survey's
salah
looking
tim
like a pretty good
Thailand.
place.
John,
Survey does give you a lot of
John.
options,
Mana,
and
John?
you know, I'm reading it as one of those sort of
John?
like northern bridge circles. Avril
Suaranya,
have
John.
been known to be wrong, and you know, maybe it pulls towards Survey Camp
Cucu diculik.
eventually, and that's when Lightning Unicorn are going to be a little bit happier. That
Si Randy
said,
diculik.
this is like we talked
perang
a lot
sama
about Caustic today, right? But like
Sama si
Survey Camp
Bocil.
is Caustic Central. Like those buildings are just
Bocil.
made for
Leo.
that kind of
Terus
bunker
mereka langsung
and
aja
down, and
nyebut
again,
nama Jaxi pas
Lightning
nyulik.
Unicorn, they're
Oh,
one of those
Ya
Octane
udah.
Bloodhound kind of
Udah tau kan
teams.
inceran kita?
Sending it onto people
Terus
straight
kita udah
away.
ketahuan
You
harus
see
ganti
there, they're
nomor,
already finding,
ganti
Apanya?
frekuensi.
some other teams
Radio.
who are pushing
Radio.
along,
Radio kita.
finding their way into
Iya.
buildings. That's going to be 404.
Si Randy dipaksa
That's
disuruh
not a
ngasih tahu
Caustic
radionya.
team. So
biar
hey,
mereka
if they
bisa
want to
nguping.
scan that and get in there, realize there's no traps. Of
Ya,
course,
kita di
scans
situ
do
buat
pick up the
ngebet
traps
aja.
as well. So the
Ya kita
will
bisa
have
ngebet di situ
knowledge
malah
to
enak ya.
detect
Pura-pura nggak tahu kan.
building in that
Bilang aja mau crafting senjata.
they
Terus
might
saya
even try
tapin
and
aja.
go there.
Bener sih?
Meanwhile, by the way, just to kind of catch up on some of the other storylines, BRP
Pura-pura nggak
ended up
tahu kan.
rotating back
Crafting
around
yuk
the bridge
crafting.
into
Gitu. Asik.
Climatize, and they're on the north side now.
Terus
So you have a
tapin
lot of
dah,
teams kind of
23.
converging kinda on the
Aimnya sih
Survey Camp.
kacau
You
sih.
mentioned 4 of 4
Kacau mereka
south
emang.
side Survey
Baru
Camp.
Kacau,
Really
kacau.
Gedul badut anjir.
Them and also Lightning Unicorn might just handshake that away and say,
John mati
okay,
karena
we'll take the
dikepungnya.
south side, you're the
Ditembak
north
banyak
side,
orang.
and they
Itu
both play fair in that
gua
kind
tau
of
nggak,
regard. And
kan
everyone
di
else
depannya.
is slowly making their way
Oh ini loh,
over
gue
via
tembak-tembakin loh, padahal
Valkyries
tuh
or
lawannya tuh.
other forms of travel and just maybe walking
Cuman
over as
cuman
well.
nggak ada yang cover
Epicenter
si
in high
Johnnya,
time has also
cover
just
badannya.
been Inferno who have
Gue jauh
made
anjir.
it
Gue
their
lagi
home.
Gue
hero.
malah
Don't
coverin
think
lu,
they're
yo.
moving
Lu
anytime
lu
soon.
pom bensin kan?
Enggak, bukan gue yang pom bensin.
Bisa pakai.
Gue di bis, gue tempat bis rusak, gue nge-push
Ah
kan.
ya bis.
Kan
bener,
pertama
bener.
si Friska kan sendiri kan, si Friska kan awalnya kan sendiri ya.
Lu di push dua orang
Iya,
kan, gitu.
iya.
Itu
Friska
gua down
sendiri,
satu kan,
terus gue
depan.
langsung backup Friska.
So the ring have
Gue
dropped
kill
in.
satunya nggak tahu siapa yang kill tuh.
Satunya lagi gua.
Iya,
Itu gua sempat
ada dua
backup lu
pokoknya.
padahal belakang gua tuh
Iya,
gua ditembakin.
terus pas lu ngomong backup itu gue tembak-tembakin yang turun-turun dari gunung kan, ada kan banyak kan turun-turun dari
Gunung
gunung.
gua udah low banget.
Iya, lu sayangnya lu terlalu open itu tempatnya emang. Jadi gampang apa jadi
Kayak macro prone.
Cheating duck aja dulu, jadi cheating duck. Kau bisa nge-prone kayak Rainbow Six.
Kita tuh mati semua karena konyol, Rian.
Iya, iya. Harusnya kita nggak ada yang mati kok itu.
Trading couple Phoenixes and
Harusnya
stuff
kita clean
over,
shit.
and they should be just fine. But
Kayak
almost
kabur aja.
disastrous landing from the Valkyrie
Sama
could have
kemarin
been
tuh kan
costly with the other player down.
kenapa awalnya
anything
kita
like
satu
that.
mobil
I'm not
semua?
necessarily certain they would have
Karena
been, you know, fully
perjanjian
eliminated
awalnya
and
kan
the
mainnya
whole
open
group
field,
taken
bukan
out.
kabur-kaburan
Just
begitu.
one person being knocked
Gak sesuai
could have
sama
caused a
perjanjian.
lot of problems.
Nggak
But
Antara
Si Chris marah ya katanya.
sharing
antara
some
dia
survey camp, which
Apa?
I mean, I don't know
antar
about you, but
katanya
it's-
marah sama
it's
kita
looking like
gara-gara
there's
kita
not
ini
that
nggak bisa
many
diem. Padahal kan
positions.
kita
Orang kita
nembak kan,
ngejar ya,
Positions
kita.
left in survey
Mak,
camp
kita
now
kan
for the Western teams
perangnya
coming in.
di satu spot kan?
No,
Enggak,
mana
most
manggil
Jis bilang
gimana?
kita
Ya
nggak
katanya
bisa
kita
titik
pindah-pindah,
perangnya
padahal kan
ke
masih
mana-mana.
pindah kan si sebelah.
Two buildings at the moment, so they better hope they don't get bought
Oh
out.
iya ya, yang pindah-pindah kan dia.
Someone
Iya, kita kan
really
ngejar.
kita kan
tutup
nggak,
jalan
kalau
tol kanan
perang-
aja
kalau-
udah selesai itu kita.
kalau perangnya kan kita kan di satu tempat. Nembak-nembaknya.
Soalnya perjanjiannya kan open field.
Iya,
Mereka dicari
perjanjiannya
nggak
open
ada.
field.
Makanya
juga satu kita bawa mobil dikit kan, kirain mau adu-adu aim, adu-adu jago. Ternyata adu-adu pusi.
Mana kaburan lagi Najis mainnya pas akhir-akhir.
Iya, kesel banget. Apa? Round 3. We'll see.
Mereka kan anggap mereka menang sekali kan.
Iya, nggak apa, anggap aja.
Teams like Powerless
Hah?
probably gonna have to move north.
Iya, pakai radio
We'll have
pancing.
to wait and see on the next
Hitungin aja skornya.
How about the team to
Kalau
the
lu mau
towards
berapa
their west,
kosong
the
dia
team that we
bilang aja
actually
dia
haven't
satu
talked
sama
about this
kayak
game
dia.
yet.
Dia
Sama,
hitung
terserah, hitung aja
Kita
deh,
mah nggak
bos.
ngitung, hitung aja.
Kita nggak
bos.
ngitung, dia ngitung.
Showing up in Skyhook for
Iya.
now. They're inside the current circle. They'll be
Emang
having
aja
to make their
kacau
way
banget.
over towards.
Kacau aja.
Dibokong. Ini yang kocak tuh yang gue dibokong pakai motor itu nembak nggak ada yang
Kita
kena.
kalau udah ada GM kita kuras nih mereka.
Iyalah, itu kemarin gua-
Iya, kita kill banyak itu.
Kita bisa keringin, jadi lu
Kita keringin ya.
Lu bunuh yang kemarin, lu bunuh yang orang, lu datangin lu bisa loot badannya, lu ambil semuanya.
Iya.
Tapi jangan polisi ya.
Jangan,
Iya,
polisi
nggak
jangan.
Sama
Sama kalau duit
Uang kayaknya nggak boleh deh.
50.000 maksimal kata si Jess.
Yeah, Sticky B
Polisi
is
Kalau di atas 50.000 itu katanya RP fail katanya.
POI
Laporin aja katanya kalau di atas 50.000.
play like I play, really. I just, you know.
Yeah, you got
I
your
got
teammates in
capability.
Europe being like, oh,
Oke,
bro,
cepet-cepet
hurry
deh
up.
kita bang
Like,
kecil.
we're in Fragment West.
Iya,
already. What do you
makanya
want
harus
to mate?
Kalau mau ke Bang Gede kan harus katanya harus ke Bang Kecil dulu kan.
Iya.
Gua
Gua
Bang
ada
Kecil
nih,
nih.
udah ada hacking
Bang
device
Kecil
yang
itu
udah
sebenarnya
hacking sama laptop.
Bang Kecil itu sebenarnya sama aja kayak Bang apa kayak toko. Tempat-tempat
Bawa
setup
aja
juga
yuk,
sama.
open field, kurangin sama polisinya, berani nggak lu pada?
Ya. Berani, polisinya berani nggak?
Setupnya di itu, setupnya di tempat terus.
Polisi nggak akan berani sih. Dia naik-naik gunung pasti aja mobil.
Iya, kan naik gunung, terus mereka
Open field tuh pasti ada gunungnya,
belum bawa Riot ya.
Riot.
Bawa Riot naik gunung.
Iya, anjir, Riot.
Duluan berkali-kali.
Pasti ada gunungnya deh. Gak ada open field yang bersih soalnya.
Iya.
Udah
Udah kayak setup biasa aja
Taruh
kan.
di bandara.
Sebenarnya Bang Kecil sama Toko kan bedanya cuma senjata doang sebenarnya. Setupnya juga paling tempatnya sama-sama aja karena kan lawannya kan sama-sama 6. Apakah beda? Cuma perbedaan di senjata sama kita butuhnya kan hacking shield, hacking ini device sama laptop ya katanya. Kan kalau kata Rui cuma hacking device atau laptop dia ngomong. Salah satu
dua-duanya harus.
kalau kata Rui.
Gua tanya Bahama.
Hacking
device sama laptop harus bawa.
Lagian kita tuh nggak mau disenggol kan ya sebenarnya Bang Gede. Cuma dia aneh-aneh.
Iya, makanya kita mau low profile padahal. Nggak usah aneh-aneh lah. Tengahnya kalau
Nge-Twitter lagi.
iya, makanya gua nggak sukanya tuh mereka tuh ngebasutin kita gitu. Kita anak kompetitif digituin di mana mau anjir.
Lu kayak menang.
Apalagi kita kalahnya
menang fair
belum.
aja.
Apalagi kalahnya kita nggak fight kalahnya.
Kayak menang fair aja bisa ngebaca kayak gitu.
Masa dia ngomong kita giliran di apa? Rata ya, giliran di apanya rata.
Enggak, dia bilang ini mental doang gede
Oh, iya.
tabrak rata selebeu
Iya.
gitu, selebeu.
Ngadu-ngadu mental bos, anak kompetitif
Mental
sama anak
gede, ayam
RP.
gede ya.
Ayo, mental kita gede, AMG gede bos.
Nanti kemarin gue tuh gini ya, gak cuma mental doang, aim kita juga gede. Selebeu. Terus gitu anjir.
Gua nggak senengnya gara-gara digituin. Kalau mereka biasa-biasa aja ya, it's okay lah ya. Emang risiko lah.
Iya. Resiko
Tapi
di zona
ngebacot di
merah.
Twitter anjir. Sumpah nggak demen banget gua orang kayak gitu tuh. Itu
Marah
kayak
lagi kita tahu, emang
itu
kita nggak
itu
punya
nggak tau nggak?
informan apa ya?
Kayak main di Valo, party 5 lawannya, 2 orang booster, yang di booster itu yang bacot. Nah gitu tuh modelnya tuh.
Kita dong.
Yang cupu yang bacot. Biasa begitu tuh. Kita kan jago ya.
I believe they went all the way to Skyhook. They're about to sandwich in on top of Dreamfire, and that could be really deadly because Dreamfire in a potential
Marah lagi kita tahu itu
1
SOA.
versus 2 here.
Gimana?
SNG
Iya.
towards their north.
Yang lebih konyol, Leo bukan anak SOA ngakunya.
Panik.
Mereka panik ya.
Mereka telepon Leon. Marah
Marah
kan,
slowly pressuring
tahu.
SNG back. It was
Bocil
decent until
gitu,
it became
dia
a
bagunya mental tapi dia nggak mikir nabrak aja. Tapi yang kayaknya takut tuh yang itu yang udah pada tua.
Iya.
Ini kan anak kompetitif yang sih tabrak.
Enggak, anak-anak tahu kok kita pasti kayak kita tuh siapa pasti tahu.
Enggak, kalau bucil tuh bego yo. Maksudnya tuh si
iya.
kan logik itu yang ituin kita lewat tuh yang pertama banget tuh.
Iya.
Mental asal aja tabrak-tabrak kita. Tapi yang udah ngerti mah dia itu takut sebenarnya.
Siapa lagi kita tonton ini?
Yang ngerti kita siapa juga pasti mikir lah.
If our first place team from the last game gets eliminated,
masalahnya kita juga nggak mau nyenggol awalnya, tapi
kita nggak mau nyenggol siapa-siapa.
Iya, flamingnya anjir di Twitter tuh nggak enak anjir.
Any kills on board just yet?
Masalahnya tuh juga menangnya tuh 2 lawan berapa anjir tuh. Banyak banget anjir.
3 lawan 8, 10 kan mereka.
3. Aslinya 2, Ghost kan si Attack gak siap. Gua nggak tahu Attack lagi ngapain tuh awalnya. Wah, Dreamfire kalah. Kalah pertama lagi anjir.
Udah dia nyenggol, dia yang marah. Dibilangnya salah kita kan, mereka si Leon bilang gitu ya.
Dia ngomongnya pokoknya dia mikirnya udah dia bener dah, dia paling bener. Makanya pas gua ngomong kan, ya kita bukan salah kita katanya. Kan katanya ya kita nggak terima. Terus maunya gimana? Kan gua gituin kan ya. Terus maunya gimana ya? Gimana mau nyusahin? Dia ngomong, udah tol kanan ya, oke. Kita anak baru takut kali. Siapa dia anjir?
They did not expect anybody to come in from behind them because they cleared through Skyhawk.
Kemarin gua ketemu orang
pokoknya gini pokoknya karena mereka kan udah nyenggol si member kita juga ya sendiri kan tuh bener-bener pengecut batu. Udah kita ini. Kita pokoknya
tadi dia mau diculik juga.
Oh ya, terus
Rian kan lagi on duty. Didatengin Leo sama satu lagi next 4.
Oh, tahu kan ada gue itu. Gue lagi di depan PC
just happened upon them at exactly the right time.
Kalau radionya udah kita nggak pakai lagi, kita ngomong di radio. Kali jangan kayak banci nyurik gitu. Kita ngomong di radio gitu. Biar dia tahu dia gitu.
Nah, pokoknya gue mau tujuan kita buat awal ini pokoknya ngabisin ini faksi aja dulu. Kita kuras aja terus.
Ya,
kita very wrong for Prang. GM udah dapet game.
Iya, kalau game kita harus terus anjir. Enggak bohong gua.
Kemarin ngomong sama si Cecep aja dia ngomong gitu mulu. Terus yang gue soal keringin aja gue nggak punya yang menu.
Ngomong game menu dong, gitu dong. Kan kita aktif banget sih.
Harus bang besar.
Ya makanya sih. Nah, kalau bisa tuh mintanya tuh yang tingginya gitu. Pengen ya.
Bang kecil itu langsung bang besar. Tapi metal oxide-nya itu nggak tahu gue di mana dapetinnya buat bikin termite.
Kita cari barang-barang. Sebenarnya mah it's okay lah, resource hilang ya walaupun kita sedih lah ya, banyak banget kita kerja bareng-bareng. Tapi flaming di Twitternya tuh
sausnya sih nggak semua sih, pasti masih ada sisa di mobilnya.
Masih ada. Karena mereka pakai motor. Tapi masalahnya polisi ngambil nggak dalamnya?
Enggak dong.
Itu kan legal.
Legal nggak boleh.
Nggak boleh ya.
Tapi senjata mungkin diambil lah senjata.
Senjata diambil udah pasti. Pasti mereka mentingin senjata dulu.
Sisanya kayu kayaknya masih banyak deh. Nggak mungkin soalnya mereka ambil kayu berat.
Lagi pula kita kan pemainnya
And portal out, but he's gonna portal directly onto another team. They actually are coming. Meanwhile, Wiz.
Kalau open field pun mainnya ya udah kalah di awal aja. Sayang aja nggak sesuai mulut.
Yeah, I think that's Reckless Lads down now, being eliminated. Which is really unfortunate because they were getting crunched pretty heavily. Inferno just on the edge, looking for a potential third party. They know
RL down guys.
Ya mereka panik deh, mereka tahu kita semua di penjara.
It's just Gaijin left alive and unlikely to
Ya pasti
survive.
tahu, langsung tahu. Makanya kan langsung lapar kan.
Inferno know it as well. There should be a clean up. It is. They're gonna go out in 16th place. So welcome to the top 15 now for everybody else. Inferno checking their surroundings. No one else around. They're gonna heal up for free. And they're pretty happy about picking up those kills.
Yang penting kan mereka tahu konsekuensinya kayak apa nyenggol kita.
a lot of action.
Kita mah nggak main-main kalau gue pokoknya intinya gue pengen ngancurin mereka aja di awal. Sekarang itu selagi kita fokus ke bang gede.
Baru doang ya mereka.
Kalau mau down tinggi,
Iya, masanya gue cuma mereka satu, kita sih ngabisin mereka gampang. Sayangnya kita nggak bisa ngambil mereka, nggak bisa kita kuras. Sayangnya gitu doang. Gue rasa nggak bisa. Kalau kita bisa nguras mah kita enak aja, kita jadi banyak.
Pantengin aja tuh kalau SO mau bikin crafting juga tuh.
Boleh.
Kan harus tahu bener SO. Mereka emang dia ngaku tuh punya dia ya itu tempat crafting.
Awalnya bilang gitu.
Awalnya ngomong gitu, cuma nggak jadi.
Yakin punya lu, gue yakin punya lu. Itu punya lu.
Terus dia jadi ngomongnya jadi gini. Enggak kan kita setiap hari di situ dia ngomong gitu. Berasa crafting punya dia kali. Jago kayak kagak.
Awalnya gimana?
Kalau yang ngakunya nggak ngomong sama gua, ngomongnya sama si Jen.
Bilangnya apa Jon?
Sama gua. Bilang itu kan lagian juga itu punya gua. Gua yakin punya lu. Mana buktinya punya lu gitu kan. Saya bilang enggak. Maksud gua suka. Maksud gua cuma suka muter-muter situ aja tiap siang.
Iya, katanya tiap hari dia kata di situ. Tukang parkir kali. Muter-muter tiap siang.
Apa bedanya dia sama tukang parkir begitu?
Tinggal ngeklaimin aja lu kencingin tuh ngeklaim punya dia.
Iya, masa kalau tempat ladang yang oke ya klaim ya. Emang punya mungkin mereka nguasain. Crafting anjir semua orang butuh. Anjir,
nggak puas gue ngobrol sama bocilnya. Bocil mau diomelin kayak gimana nggak pernah mentalnya. Biasa aja. Yang tuanya pengen gue cari sebenarnya, yang orang tua.
Kenapa si Leon ya? Si Leo ya?
Pengen gue ajak ngomong. Jadi puas gue. Gue mau kenal
You see
mentalnya.
MBT Naga coming from above as well. They thought they could third party. They knew that potentially like Nuke were going to be weak. Eventually Reflex
Kayak ngomong sama bocil lah, nggak ada guna.
Iya.
Kayak nggak ada guna anjir.
For flame shots
Dia
variety
juga nggak bisa dikenain mental kayak orang gede.
One of our 5 teams, the solo rat.
Ya paling kita kerasin aja kalau ngomong sama bocil mah gitu doang. Nadanya, biasanya nadanya doang kita kerasin. Pas gua bentak gitu. Langsung diem.
Tapi ngapain sih dia teriak-teriak?
Iya, tahu so iya aja. Kita takut kali. Sama dia teriak.
Kira dia keren kali di tengah
Keren kali dia.
rame sendirian.
Kan dia pakai voice changer kan. Terus pas kita ngobrol-ngobrol di motel di tengah-tengah kita bolak-balik, emang dikira keren gitu dia dikira. Sama aja lu gua kuras aja. Pokoknya kita punya game, kita kuras mereka sampai habis, bener-bener habis pokoknya. Kamu tahu.
Mereka bisa minta
being a very quiet boy. Now BRP are going to push in. Oh, sorry, Lightning Unicorn pushing into BRP.
Nggak ada damai aja. Yang kita mah nggak ada damai.
Sujud.
Two up.
Om, ampun Om.
Enggak, kalau mereka damai, gua suruh bubarin fraksinya. Masuk kita.
Suruh nyetor terus ke kita lah.
Iya, sudah masuk kita terus jadi ini kita. Kalau mau damai.
A little bit worried though. They know there's a team up to the north. Little do they know it's only 2 players and the one behind them. Finally, they realize Reflex is there and Sharky turns around and keep in a matter of seconds.
Anaknya Jessica
I was gonna say maybe if Reflex really
Ngamuk lagi
plays
ketahuan,
you can
ngamuk.
even sneak
Masa
into a
anggotanya
top
marah
3.
ketahuan.
You wait for one of the other
ketahuan.
squads to
Kira
kind of
kita
jump
bego.
in. There's a real world that you're deep enough into this lobby that you get to that final circle, it closes in. You maybe even sneak away a higher placement than that, but we're looking at the remaining squads yet. It's BRP that are managing to have 3 players available.
Masanya ini koordinasinya di mana?
As well.
Orangnya aja udah ngaku. Anggotanya yang lain nggak mau.
Mana bilang Leo bukan SO.
Itu lebih kocak itu. Masalah kalau nama samaran itu oke. Ini kan nama asli ya. Nama asli yang udah ketahuan. Kecuali siapa gitu namanya. Ini orang aslinya udah ngaku.
To the northern side of this circle, it has begun closing in. BRP have cover for another maybe 20 seconds.
Enggak ya pasti gue pengen ini sih. Gue bikin pengen buat mental si Jaxi dulu aja. Itu dia kalau kata gue anak aslinya nerd itu. Yakin gak? Kata gue anak aslinya nerd.
Guber anjir.
Iya.
Bantai terus-terusan udah makin suji dia.
Itu balas kayak dia deh. Apa bukan ya? Dia si rambut
Rambut biru paling.
Si balas siapa itu baca?
Orang Twitternya pakai fake akun semua. Gue mah asli bos.
Flamingnya mantap.
Mau Twitter gue di dunia nyata juga masih mereka itu anjir asli.
Tapi kita terlalu over flaming kemarin.
Ya tapi mereka flaming duluan ya. Flaming di bawah beliau flaming. Lagi pula mereka
Apa The Ghost? Ghost turun.
Iya ya. Nanti nextnya ya seadanya
dari Twitter official kita aja yang bacot. Twitter official
Seadanya aja jelas dan padat.
Iya seadanya ya.
Dari Twitter official aja yang ngomong sekali gitu udah.
Kayak kemarin tuh bilangnya hari-hari kerja cuma evac doang aja. Aja gitu kan itu kayak
Iya. Seadanya aja dah.
Seadanya tapi
Kemarin emang kita kebanyakan salah gara-gara kita disenggol duluan. Jadi panas.
Terus kalau misalkan udah menang, benar-benar menang, evakuasi terus kita foto ya. Gue masukin Twitter ke Sledge. Foto di mayatnya mereka, kalian foto.
Jadinya pembunuhan.
Enggak, kalau misalkan lagi perang geng menang, lu evac mereka, terus kalian foto di atas mayatnya mereka.
Iya. Pakai jempol dua tuh. Jempol dua.
Waktu bantai Piki kan BW kayak gitu.
Jempol dua.
They traded heavily. And when BRP came back in off the top of them, it was almost a
pakai ini ya, twerk.
Si EC kan juga udah beli raptor kan dia.
Udah.
Udah pasti beli dia udah ngomong ke gua.
Dia mau beli.
Ini gua beli raptor aja ya. Jadi biar bantuin walaupun gak ikut katanya.
Tapi kalau dia gak ikut gimana cara keluarin raptor?
Dia kan gak bisa kan jam 10 ke atas gitu loh guys.
Oh iya.
Jadi dia paling sekondek dulu.
That was kind of all they had. Used
Oh, kan juga
sebenarnya udah lumayan loh, 12 gitu.
Masih ada yang berani lagi 15. Maksudnya 10 itu masih berani. Ngangkat target
Ya ini
Team Burger kind of skirmish
Mental
around
yang
BRP.
ini belum mulai udah
Everybody
ketat.
healthy, 3 red shields and just
Gak tau di mana mereka tuh, bingung deh gue.
Kalau ya siapin 10 kan dia gitu.
kind of stuck behind that rock. BRP just get the clean up. Pranger only had the one player
open
remaining
field
anyway.
ya. Tapi kita di pinggir ya, bawa ke setup mereka.
Itu mah alasan doang. Emang mereka pengennya nge-setup kita.
Mereka di mana sih awal-awal itu kita cari di mana nggak ada loh. Gua mau bagus udah ke pinggir-pinggir.
Mereka kan soalnya pakai motor kan gampang tuh naik gunung tuh.
Kan satu mobil berapa motor sih mereka kemarin?
Mobilnya cuma satu yang Raptor yang ini, yang bulletproof. Nggak tahu bulletproof apa enggak ya tuh, gue lupa lihat bannya ada berapa.
So ngelakson lagi naik motor sebelahan.
Kayak keren, kayak dia keren aja. Malah gak turun langsung nge-aim.
Gue sih malu tuh jadi geng motor kayak gitu. Geng motor terkenal keras ya.
Tatuan gak pakai baju kayak keras nih.
Keras banget tuh.
Keren kali itu klaksonnya tuh.
Like you peek your head out, boom, like they've just done like 70-80 damage, like
Dan
you're
semua
not running
kerja
into them,
evac
you're not
doang dia.
peeking them, because as soon as they see you, they will let you know.
Udah kita habisin dulu ya rambut biru dah
That's
itu.
how they just create this space around them.
Kita bikin ini ya.
I guess they also did a good job of finding their way in with the Valcolt, right? The circle didn't
4 kali kan
get
ya?
away in the end. It went west. Sorry, it went
Udah
east
kita
when they
bikin
were
riset dia.
on that west side.
Bikin apa? Apa sih namanya itu?
And you know, they found a spot. They went
AT
around
apa?
Parangai
SK
and kind of showed them the entire
CK ya.
of match 2.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty much match 2 done and dusted now.
Oh, yeah, benar.
And things have kind of shaped up strange because, you know, even at the start we were saying, well, just before match 2 started, we were saying that what is going to be the story of Dreamfire today? Is it going to be that they continue dominating, or are things going to get a little bit more wild for them? You start looking towards the fact that, okay, actually Team Burger, they got that second place before and they'll also get another top finish up.
Oh sih bukan masa kempes, gue tembak pala juga pengen tuh.
Cuma kita banyak banget loh juara
Terus
motor.
makanya gue keluarin X6 gue, lebih mampus loh, lebih gede suaranya. X6 gue dia suara paling berisik anjir.
Tapi kemarin kita rame banget loh itu di luar mobil.
Iya.
Kan buat ini suruh bawa bolit itu satu.
Iya, body dia itu cukup bagus tuh. Tapi yang pasti body dia jangan dibawa ke ini aja, jangan dibawa ke gunung-gunung gitu.
Tapi udah coba kan ya? Udah coba bolit kacanya.
Oh, iya,
Waktu
belum
itu
coba lagi tuh.
Om Pamugi yang nyoba ke gua. Gua tanya, beneran nih Om? Apa? beneran nih apa? Bulletproof. Ditembak gua dari luar.
Ya, karena ya. Terus gua bilang beli mobil
terus gua ngomong, aduh aku mati Om. Gak mungkin gitu ya.
Kan si tolol tuh bilang katanya gue beli mobil dah satu-satu kita keluarin dah kayaknya tuh mobil Hammer kita
mau beliin mobil aduh anak nerd supir aja belagu
Saya pakai GS enak banget kemarin perang
Audi gembel aja digeber-geber
tahu Audi TT aja itu real life G buat lu masih affordable. Audi TT kan emang gak mahal aslinya. Setara sama ini di atas dikit lah, setara sama 86.
Kata keren kali. Tuh bisa satu-satu jadi motel tuh. Adanya itu doang.
Tongil kok di virtual. Kocak kali.
Ada aja orang-orang.
Dia apa rank value-nya apa dia? Rank value-nya bronze.
Bronze katanya.
Gua pakai kaki kok bisa silver.
Itu sih dia. Oke.
Lagunya itu loh tenggilat tuh gue nggak demen banget. Tenggilat banget anjir.
Kan dia pada baru masuk loh. Mungkin dia bangga kali anjir gue masuk ke fraksi ini anjir.
Dia nggak tahu tuh fraksi yang bagian dibantai doang.
Atletiknya besok katanya datang. Nih, kita lagi di tes handling. Ini apa anjir Sonia? 2 3 4 5 astaga. Female fighter. Tapi keren ya kalau cewek buat fraksi kan loh. Hah? Kalau cewek buat fraksi kan dah. Jadi isinya anggotanya cewek semua.
Dramanya makin keras tuh.
Iya.
makin keras makin.
Tapi kalau ceweknya kenceng-kenceng ya, anak-anak FPS kan banyak tuh.
Iya sih.
Kalau anak-anak FPS kayak Jazz gitu. Terus ajak tuh anak-anak AE Celeste.
RL dulu udah nggak usah Celeste.
Iya bener RL dulu. Itu juga udah jago-jago itu imo-imo.
Udah ketar-ketir ya soalnya juga.
Iya deh. Om RL dulu kayak soalnya juga masih kalah. RL cewek ya guys. Siapa tau kan ada yang nonton vlog gua. Kan gua lagi nge-vlog nobar ini. Klik
keren.
Ya,
tadi
gua share di ini kok, gua share di Indotrap.
Gitu.
Apa ini?
Kemarin pas perang crosshair gua error anjir. Babi emang pasti gituin gak nyala. Iya error apa pasti mau diproses.
Gua tau gak kemarin itu sebenarnya mereka harusnya gak kabur ya. Pas gua mau kill mereka itu yang dalam mobil sama motor, gua animasi senjata kan kebuka kan ngambil dari kantong kan ya. Tapi senjatanya nggak ada, jadi gua nggak bisa nembak.
Lah kemarin gua nembak sambil ngeradio.
Jadi gua drop dulu anjir.
Nembak juga nggak bisa. Nembak sambil ngeradio juga nggak bisa cuy.
Kesel banget gua kalau nggak dapet free kill anjir. At least satu lah. Kalau depan komuk gitu. Terus mereka panik langsung kabur anjir, ada gua. Padahal gua sendiri loh.
Sebelah gua juga. Gua udah turun.
Kesel banget tuh, coba nggak ada yang begitu. Ada yang ngebak-ngebak begitu asik tuh. Tapi namanya game mah bug pasti ada. Tapi sayang aja ngebaknya di posisi easy. Oh ya ini RL keyboardnya berapa nih sekarang? Tadi kalah cepet aja.
Emang ini ada RL? Hah? Apex?
Ada, klik.
Welcome back, folks, to ALGS APAC South here in week 2. We're about to head into
Kita termasuk apa di sini termasuk tim spotlight kita. Jadi pas pas tadi RL berapa itu ya? Kenok di awal langsung ini 17 tuh. Langsung dikomenin, sayang banget itu ya. Mereka termasuk tim yang konsisten, masuk tim paling konsisten.
Well, I mean, what was happening there is Dreamfire didn't expect them to
Ke-17
be behind.
nih sayang banget.
They caused that, scuffle with SNG, and as you can see, they went out in 18th overall. So it was a bit of a chain reaction, really. Stinky B, pulling up behind the.
Yang baru champion kill 20, jadi rank terakhir barusan. Sedih banget.
While we're trying to deal with SNG.
Kill 20.
Iya anjir.
Oh, total kill.
Total kill. Satu orang ada yang kill 14. Yang pakai red kill 14 tadi. Sebelumnya. Kalau di pub mah oke lah kill 14. Di Pro League kayaknya kill 14.
Makanya. Siapa lagi tuh?
Tahu, ada di TV-nya gitu. Orang Cina. Tim Cina. Anjir, perangnya e-sport nomor 1.
MBT Naga, I mean, they had that, I think that was just Reflect ratting it out to 4th and grabbing a couple of placement points. But yeah, Parangai, probably the big winners that we might not have expected there. In 2nd place, BRP. They had supremacy over the spot up the northern side of that total the whole time, and that leads them to
turun dari
place now. Overall, they've got 28 points to their name. Dreamfire.
It was
31 points in the first game, right? So they got only 1 point.
Which is, you taking a sort of improvement that you get. Maybe that was just a bit of a scuffle with Stinky B over when they got pinched. But Dreamfire, you kind of said this earlier, Gina, but they got so many points in the first game, they almost make up for the fact that they bombed out of the second game. And we also had the conversation surrounding the fact that you can't be a team that has a banger of a match and then just a bomb of a series.
Jadi kita besok nih tentunya mau craftingnya lagi pas Hammer udah bisa diambil.
Expanded just yet in terms of how far away everyone is, but it didn't take too long for everyone to catch up to Dreamfire. We thought maybe they'd have a bit more of a lead, but only if they were going to get a bit, they were going to get a better game in that second match. But
Moga aja orang kita banyak.
We're talking about a lot today is Caustic players. So let's go ahead and take a look at how and who our best Caustic players have been so far today. When we had Team Burgers, Caustic of Pricey. Deep on the other side for Stinky B, they've been the highest performing 2 Caustics so far in this lobby.
Yeah, you can see Pricey with 10 kills to his name. We did get a bit of vision of him before, slaying, and with 7.7 average points per game, he has been a huge contributor to Team Burger thus far.
10 kills as well. I mean, we're looking at catching up to some of our players right now. We had Roy on 12. He might be on 13 now. Who knows? And it's sort of some earlier today on 14. But we'll see if anyone else can get any more KP than that as we head into game number 3. A new opportunity back on World's Edge. Great 2 performances so far that we got out of Team Burger. Stinky B and Dreamfly still up there despite bombing out of the last game. And honestly, BRP, they're making the way in.
Yeah, BRP, this team currently landing in Fragment East. It has been vacated by Reignite, who of course played in the first half of today. And as Little Reef gets a beacon scan there, we will get vision of it, of course. And it's a familiar circle. That's all I'm going to say for the moment. I was going to say we could just, wait with the viewers, but yeah, exactly.
Oh, sorry.
We're going southwest again.
Diculik tuh guys, lu masuk kota kan?
Enjoyment today, folks. This is all serious business. Zero enjoyment is going to be allowed.
Lagi diculik, aduh, udah gua. Waduh.
Circle lands properly. It is going
orang lagi aja.
Culik lu guys.
Culik konsiere kan. Kadang-kadang hidupnya.
Thermal circle. And I remember distinctly the last 2 over in the first.
Gua kirim Hitman John nanti.
Gitu sih.
1v5 juga menang kayaknya.
The Jaguar kan panggilannya. Kita kirim Jaguar yuk, anjay. Kirim Jaguar.
Gue botakin kan Agent 47 itu.
Si Bagas kan ini ya, ganti berambut, ganti gaya.
Iya.
Jadi tungguin terus dia soalnya.
Si Neymar. Si Neymar udah diparanin.
Diparanin dia udah.
Diparanin si Neymar.
Hari-hari diparanin. Si Rian sih yang bakal di sasaran empuk, soalnya kan si Jaxi kan tahu.
Kasihan sih tapi orang-orang yang WT itu emang. Mang Usep gimana Mang Usep?
Mang Usep kan nggak tahu ya Mang Usep anggota kita.
Mang Usep kan Costello ya?
Namanya enggak?
Usep Kasep namanya kan? Usep Kasep.
Oh iya, Usep Kasep.
Usep Kasep namanya.
Cuma nomor telepon Leon dia dapat dari mana sih?
Kan dia taruh. Kan gue udah bilang kasih aja koordinat. Dia nge-Twitter sambil kasih nomornya dia, nanti SMS aja ke sini kalau mau silaturahmi.
Leon anjing sih. Pecah.
Mana takut.
Pecah tuh orang.
Dia ngasih tahu nomornya dia anjir.
Meanwhile, WGG have continued
Tapi dia kayaknya emang gak ada takut-takutnya ya si Leon.
Iya emang.
Si Leon gak mati loh kemarin dia.
Enggak mati.
Kemarin ikut perang kan dia? Ikut kan?
Ikut. Indonesia satu dia kayaknya.
Ikut gak ya Len? Kali ini
Ikut orang sebelah gua.
Iya.
Terus itu mau minta nomor HP cewek, polisi. Ditolak. Kemarin itu udah bagus banget itu. Cuma down 2.
Harusnya downnya karena unlucky.
Iya, downnya karena unlucky semua. Sidian gitu sih apa masalahnya, suka masuk ke tanah dia anjir.
Enggak, itu kayak emang masalah kalau
Iya render dia.
Iya,
kan?
rendernya.
Iya render dia.
Sama motor
masuk ke tanah.
Sama motor emang suka begitu kayaknya.
Kemarin gua aman kok.
Iya, lu kan lu pakai 3070. Rendernya udah pas lebih kenceng.
Enak anjir. Kemarin roaming pakai motor seru.
Ini gua lupa GTA belum gua masukin SSD. GTA gua di ini anjir, di HDD.
Kemarin gua ketemu satu orang tuh sebenarnya di 722. Bener-bener papasan di depan, gue berhenti di depan gue.
Jadi
kan belum mau
masih mau
file.
pakai itu. Tapi nanti mau dipakai 4455 masih mau dipakai dulu.
Pakai buat nge-setup aja, setup mereka.
Nah,
Pura-pura mau crafting, tapi hammernya kosong, ngerti nggak lo isinya? Jadi kalau kalah juga nothing tulus.
Let's go RL.
Mungkin kalah sih. Ya cuman bait aja, buatin bait, jadiin bait. Coba aja kalau mereka nggak datang ya nggak apa-apa. Penting dicoba. Siap perang aja.
And Reckless Lads, they split between 2 and 1 respectively. That's how that kind of ended. So great damage initially from Team Burger, like I said, but it's everyone else that kind of gets the points off. And
Kenapa ya? Orang-orang ini suka banget ngebuang-buang shoot battery, padahal cuma ngurang 2, 1.
Yeah.
The actual thermal station, whereas everyone else is kind of on the other compounds around the sides.
Yeah, we are got gamers just getting a little bit of vision there. You actually see Reckless Lads popping down. They use their portal from the top there to check out the care package. It was a neutral care package that came down on the
Cuk keras banget anjir agak kita.
Situation like that, it's very nice to have the portal.
Kan gangsta.
Jatuhnya kocak anjir jadinya.
You never know, just leave your gun up the top of thermal station. And that way you don't have to drop it.
Kan mereka kayak anjir gua udah lama nih gengnya nih. Single
Gua pasti lawan anak-anak baru gue bisa lah.
Kita bisa lah, mereka baru.
Terus nanti di radio,
kita kabur, gak bisa. Gak bisa, kita udah kalah jauh.
Itu motornya Harley, gue tembakin kenceng banget jalannya anjir.
Kenceng banget emang Harley-nya anjir. Motornya emang susah jadi tembak motor anjir. Emang susah anjir. Walaupun lebih open badannya mah tetap aja nge-trackingnya susah.
Give us some confirmation on that in a second, Avril, but I do remember looking at the team compositions at the start of this series, and yeah, I don't think they were playing that. I think it might have been the Octane Bloodhound composition, and now they've switched over to Revtane. Which look, I called it out, right?
Anggota kita tumbang 1-2 ya. Dia langsung rontok anjing.
Rontok bos, padahal kita nggak bawa mobil, kita jalan-jalan kaki aja.
Really good 10. Okay, so this is like a 50% caustic lobby, right? And I think there actually is a significant difference between that and one where you've got like say 15 caustics in it. So there's half of the
Karena ada orang-orang di GTA ini kenapa sih ayam first shot kenapa sih mereka kayak momen yang kayak harusnya clean shot dia bisa bunuh tapi dia nggak bunuh, kayak walking in Kayak bokongin si Ghost kemarin. Atau kita belum
Oh, gue sempet dibokongin ya yang dari Seljus ya?
Iya. Bahkan sampai yang pertama tuh yang di crafting senjata itu kan nge-aim gue duluan. Harusnya emang gue langsung mati tuh.
Mereka nggak ngerti ini aja, mereka nggak ngerti trigger disiplin kayak dah. Mereka dari jauh langsung aja ditembak kayak pokoknya.
Yang kocaknya kemarin sih yang gue dibokong itu kocak banget. Nggak bohong gue.
Oh, MDG.
Dan di atas tuh gue pikir gue mati nih gue.
Rata dong.
Nembak apa dia ternyata ini.
Lu bertiga di atas kayaknya bisa rata itu. Kalau misalkan ada tiga.
Tadi yang pas kita ditembak-tembakin itu juga yang kena cuma Bagas doang tuh. Yang pas sama Bagasnya di carry. Bagas di carry itu pun ketembaknya tuh gara-gara badannya keluar dari mobil badannya.
That's a long time to be gatekeeping them. That said, they do have a little bit of space to work with.
Mana mereka pakai apa sih? SMG apa pakai Tech 9 ya mereka?
SMG kayak gue banyak SMG. Yang pasti kalau geng itu boleh nggak boleh pakai AK kan ya?
Nggak boleh. Kalau perang geng nggak boleh, level 2 doang boleh.
Tuh, makanya gue masih pede sebenernya sih.
Makanya pede banget gue anjir. Takutnya mereka tiba-tiba AK semua kan. Kita udah pakai level 2 doang.
Maksimal level 2.
The only voice sickness I get in gaming is through VR, and thankfully we're not playing Apex in VR.
Oh no, okay. Well, they found someone down the bottom. They thought maybe underneath would be clear.
Peteknya yang paling kerasa sih. Dulu cepet banget orang.
Coba pakai Tech 9 kali gue ya. Seru sih pakai Tech 9. Tapi pelurunya itu lo yang males.
Udah keras tuh kalau gue selalu ini. Kalau biasa tracking di Apex tuh lo kan kena tuh kalau misalnya tracking di Apex kan pasti kena kan masuk semua kayak gitu kan seluruh itu tuh. Seluruh lu pakai senjata ya itu lah pistol-pistolan di Apex kayak RE gitu. Kayak gitu rasanya.
Nggak sesusah SMG ya kemarin agak susah nih kontrolnya.
Yang Tech 9 ya?
Iya Tech 9 kayak RE.
Ternyata gampang banget. Ya kan minusnya itu
lumayan lah kemarin nembak orang ya. Nembak orang kemarin lumayan lah.
Tapi depan-depanan karena perlu yang nge-burst ngelebar lebih enak ini kayaknya. Cuman makanya kalau pakai assault mending nggak usah maksa nembak pala kalau menurut gua ya.
Ya kemarin gua berat badan itu kemarin.
Gua berat badan soalnya kalau pakai assault. Karena emang pelurunya ditekan kan kemana-mana tuh, nggak mungkin satu titik. Kalau Tech 9 tuh masih agak garis Tech 9 itu. Jadi kalau Tech 9
kayaknya lumayan banyak deh kenain orang.
Kayak gue waktu itu pas liat Jazz yang yak itu, John enak ya nembak pala ya.
Iya.
Pelurunya soalnya enak. Walaupun emang minusnya 12 peluru itu satu magazine.
Lebih sakit ya Tech 9 berarti ya.
Lebih sakit.
And as a result, teams like Burger, who are in that northern compound up on the top of the hill.
Cuma mereka kan pakai SMG gara-gara mereka pede. Mereka bisa bawa kita ke gunung tempat-tempat setup mereka kayaknya. Jadi mereka assault SMG. So Tech 9 sih kalah sih kalau dibawa ke tempat-tempat jauh-jauh gitu.
If anyone else thinks that's a good way to push in, you can see above them you've got monkeys, there's SNG there as well, potential fodder for the the whatever pasta maker if you want.
The pasta maker.
Sure. Look, you know what? Monkeys in SNG, your pasta. You heard it here first. They're gonna chop you up into fettuccine if you come any closer.
From flour into pasta. And speaking of monkeys, by the way, they're actually gonna valk in. They're valking over the top of Dreamfire right now, taking just a minor amount of damage. Actually pretty healthy. They might end up landing pretty close to Burger. This is congested though. There's no good spots I fear. I mean, they're just gonna go pretty much below WGG, which you're safe for now, but you're still kind of in the open. And monkeys are just dropping, they're starting to drop members now. So really, are they quite safe? They've already had the dome, looking for time to Phoenix as well. They're in the middle of chaos.
Jargo's holding the door down the bottom. They're getting
lagi main Apex.
Outside WGG. I think they're waiting for someone to
come
and kick the door in. Yes, it happens.
Kan nggak masalah.
Because there's a lot of grenades going down there, but monkeys.
Yang kita mau pakai taktik itu loh.
Oh, dengan lah. Tapi masa iya seniat itu?
Iya kan arwahnya gimana arwahnya?
Nggak boleh.
Arwah penasaran ya guys ya? Arwah penasaran ya?
Makin penasaran di dalam.
Banyak arwah penasaran deh kalau kita lagi nge-bad set, gua nge-streaming. Ketahuan aja setiap kita nge-setup aja.
Look, I think it was SNG. They've actually pushed in there, and now they're getting sent by the Reptane team themselves inside the ring. using
Kan
that
kita
jump
ngobrolnya juga
pad,
ngobrol
death
kasar di
mode
luar
combo
di
to
luar
come
RP
in
gitu.
right on top of them.
Iya.
Emil
Udah gak ada urusannya harusnya
into
sama
the
mereka.
bubble after they've already taken down one.
Coba mereka
They're gonna find Valga on the
penasaran.
other side, and Skirt, despite taking
Yang
out
penting kita kan
Dreamfire
udah
in what was that,
ngikutin
probably
terus,
like
nggak boleh
17th
tahu
spot,
apa yang di kota
it's just gonna be a
nantinya.
1,
Kalau kita
2,
masuk
3
kota.
teams trade on that northwestern position.
And right now, your Dreamfire, you're thinking, oh my god, this is like last game
Mobilnya
all over
si
again.
Kevin suaranya
SNG
keren
is
banget,
the
Jan.
new Stinky B.
Apa, Kevin?
They push
Diganti.
into us,
Iya.
and the
Berarti
others
mobil gue
just
juga
push
bagus
into
suaranya.
them, and everyone just
Keren
gets
suaranya,
turboed, and,
anjir.
you know,
Gue
Dreamfire
bingung
ends up
Bugatti gue
copping the
nggak
biggest
sama
L
aja
there
soalnya.
inside the ring now, feeling pretty decent about it. They get the loot up again, pretty
Bugatti
happy,
itu emang
still
bukan tipe mobil yang suaranya
just
berisik,
on
Gus.
the edge of that circle. But
Tapi maksudnya itu suara mobil GTA, ngerti nggak tuh?
Emang mobil apa? Tik, lu ngomong aja. Om, ini suara mobil lokal gitu.
BRP are pretty much directly
Kayaknya
on top of it.
ngomongin
BRP,
aja.
I don't think they realize BRP are looking at another
Gue pengen beli
good game,
Huracan anjir yang
depending
itu.
on how
Suara
Jangan
keren
terus
banget.
fights come, more teams coming in around them.
Nggak bisa
No,
belok.
absolutely, Avril. I mean,
Emang
you
iya?
know, most of the
Tanya.
space behind them is cut off
Si
inside
Dere
the
kan
ring.
yang masukin Huracan tuh
They
yang
don't have a
tim
rate,
turbo.
like maybe you could get in around there.
Nyesel katanya.
Did.
Nyesel emang
As a
katanya nyesel.
result,
Gak bisa
you
belok
know,
katanya.
there's a big choke point. Right?
Nyesel
So
masukin
basically, they
katanya.
have to worry about their northern side until right at the end.
Makanya cuma seneng sama ini mereka. Yang apa? R35 high speed mereka.
Side, so as you can see there, that top right team,
Yeah.
BRP,
flying in.
the green
Tuh
team.
udah dibeli sama Bang Ece.
Potentially Lightning Unicorn
pertama
can
lagi.
make their way through the tunnel and up
Oh,
there as
baru
well,
berapa
but
jam di
currently,
kota?
you know,
Udah masuk loh dia.
challenged by
Si Ece udah masuk kota dia.
Inferno maybe gonna
Nggak ada
go
backup
down
tuh
here.
dia.
They've just kind of valked
Kenapa?
into a whole
Sendirian.
bunch of pain.
Kan aku suka ganti warna mobil. Haha.
This is the position
Hah?
where there it is.
Oh,
Inferno
iya,
Ganti
iya.
warna mobil.
the same sort of what we saw.
Correct.
Where, you know,
Ganti warna.
teams gotta start
Udah ganti.
valking to third,
Oh iya,
and they just don't have
Warna apa?
enough scouting ahead of time to realize where everyone else is, and they get cleaned up.
Pikir.
So another failed Valk ult
Pikir.
directly into where they think the zone is. The saddest
Ganti
Ngapain
warna
thing
putih
ya
aja,
sekarang ya?
ganti warna putih. Kayak
the
Nismo.
zone's about to move north. So
ngeladang
all these
yuk.
thermal teams are gonna have to move anyway.
Cari duit.
Exactly.
Boleh.
And that's why we were you
Jam
know,
berapa?
waxing lyrical there about BRP's position.
Enggak, jadi
because
tadi
all
ngeladang
those
Cahayu
southern teams,
tim
they
kan?
have to fight for those spots.
Buat fraksi.
And you know, we saw, I think it was who
Mau
was
di
Striker
31
trying to
rame-rame.
move from where
Oh, iya.
Burger
Iya,
are
3-0-1.
currently, and it didn't work
Wah.
out too well for them. So like on the
Buat
southern
nanti
side here, it's gonna be a
si
real crapshoot.
Atlantik.
BRP on the
Anjay.
top side, I guess.
Iya.
Mau diapain Atlantiknya? Kan udah rata kanan.
And change how this
Rata
plays
kan
out, you know, you
peleknya mau diganti.
Pelek kayaknya nggak usah deh, Cek. Emang jelek ya peleknya?
Ya, belum tahu nanti lihat dulu itunya, warnanya mungkin.
Ah, Bugatti itu semua peleknya bagus kecuali Veron yang biasa, Veron yang stok.
Oh my god, look at the chef.
Veron yang awal-awal tuh emang
Get
agak
an
jelek.
update, Gino.
peleknya.
The
Emang kalau udah
zone
cirem
keeps
ke
on
atas kayaknya udah
shifting
bagus.
away, and sadly, it's going to go south of BRP this time around. So that's maybe going to help the thermal teams out just ever so slightly. I mean, where even is this final circle going to be? It's like in the middle of some lava. You have a little kind of bridge area. It's not even
Enggak.
really a bridge. It's the cables, right? It's the wires.
Yeah.
Kalian pada di mana
To
nih?
the north side, maybe there's not a lot of
Lagi-
great space.
gua
So this is gonna
lagi
get
luar kota,
really
lagi nonton
weird
ini Pro League
and
Apex.
really bloody very
Kan ada
soon.
RL main.
Yeah, we've seen this
Jadi,
circle
mau ngeladang
before,
atau tidak?
and, look, we'll
Ayo.
talk about it in a sec, because at the
Ayo,
moment
boleh.
we've got the Revtane
Gus, mau
coming
nggak?
in. Team Burger, I hope you're
Ayo.
ready. We've said that Caustic is the antidote to this
Ngeladang.
composition, so let's see if Inside the Ring can do
Saya mau
anything
ngeladang anaknya.
with Team Burger. You know,
Hah?
very
Tapi
well
nggak ada hammer kan?
defended inside
Iya,
this
pakai
building.
kantongnya
You can
kantong.
see as soon as they get slowed
Pakai-
down,
Hah?
they're getting popped
Hah?
right back to
Mobil
the
siapa nih?
totem, and I don't think they'll be recontesting that. No, they just, you know,
Ajak anak-anak
do a
tuh,
little bit of
kalau
damage,
rame kita
and
ini
then
aja.
they pop back.
Bawa senjata.
SQL is still pretty close by though, so he actually didn't go back. I don't believe he had his.
Ya kan ada
weapon
polisi juga
form,
kayaknya,
the
dia
ultimate
mau
form
restart.
taken away. He
Oh,
didn't
iya,
die,
ya?
so he's still just chilling close by.
Ayo,
And
mas, sekarang aja nih.
impetus for Saber to
Gue lagi
maybe
mau.
drop in as
Ya deh.
well.
Ayo.
As much as we say they're disengaged, they're actually still
Off stream dulu guys.
Nanti gua